Folks, welcome back into the 7 financial blind spots. Guys, we put this last for a reason. At what age should I retire? People ask themselves all the time, what would you tell somebody?
Hey, this is America.
Whenever you want.
Pick
right?
your number, pick your year. I mean, I know what mine is. Oddly enough, I never really talked about retirement until 2 or 3 years ago.
Got you.
But I didn't have balance in my life. So I was just go, go, go. And as I got happier and had more balance, I started talking about a semi-exit strategy.
Yeah.
Which kind of, Chae was like, you got to be kidding. But, you know, I'm lucky. I love what I do.
Me too.
But so I don't want to leave. I'll slow down some and have more Saturdays.
Yeah.
But for everybody, that number's different. But,
It is.
But find out if you think that your number is 64. Find out what you need to do to get there.
Yeah.
And if you like it, great. If you don't, that's what we're here for.
That makes a lot of sense.
But man, everybody's so different.
It is.
And I worry that I hear more every day, well, I'm going to work till I'm 70, that they're accepting defeat. And the coach in me, I'm like, hey, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You know, we can figure it out.
Well, you retire when you want, a lot of times, but you have to have the money needs to be there to be able to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
And Chae, another thing I've heard is when people retire, they end up going into depression because they miss their work family. Because you spend more time with your work family than you do your home family a lot of times. So you have to do a trial of that sometimes, right?
Well, one thing we say in the office is we make work optional. And the reason
That's
is
good.
because we give the clients, these are your choices, depending upon if you retire at 63, 65, 67, this is what your income's going to look at like. Are you comfortable there?
Yeah.
You are? Great. You know what? If you're comfortable there and you're great to retire, wonderful. You might want to go have a hobby and do exactly what you want to do on the side. And people have really fulfilling lives in retirement, but like you said, they miss their work. They don't want to stay at home and, make coffee, and Saturdays are not always fun all the time.
Got to stay active in retirement too. I've heard that a lot of
Exactly.
times. If not, if you just get up, your activities get up and watch Jerry Springer and the Beverly Hillbillies and then go back to bed and do that again, you're not going to have a good life. You're going to probably pass away sooner too because you have no goals.
Exactly. So be active in retirement
Yes.
still. I think that's very key
Well,
for having a happy retirement.
And we see this a lot in the professional industry and in Houston and in Pensacola too,
Yeah.
but more in Houston. Those guys have made a great living all of their life, and you give them the answer and you say, hey, you can go, you're good. And they don't want to let go of because that's
a tough decision,
That's
isn't
who
it?
they've been.
Yeah.
And they're scared of what tomorrow's going to be like if it's doesn't start at work. We have a client right now that we were working with in Houston, and he when we met him, he said, I'm absolutely going before December. And then I talked to him the other day, and he said, well, I get another bonus in March, so I'm going to stay till
It's
March.
like buyer's remorse or
Yeah,
Exactly.
really. I mean,
reconsidering.
so it's an emotional thing.
It is, but I think it's good to do a trial. Like take a month off before you decide to retire. Make
Very
sure that
smart.
you like it.
Yeah.
Some people, once they've through that third or week of that month off, they're ready to get back to work. Well, then it's not time to retire.
Right.
Retirement is not about just hanging the things up and having enough money. If you like going to work, then
Exactly.
why stop it?
Well, yeah, and
If you don't like going to work, then do it as soon as
then
possible. right?
exactly.
well, I'm glad I'm not in that category.
I love what I'm doing. It sounds like you guys love what you're doing too. So
Yeah.
it's hard for me to even envision never doing this again.
Exactly.
But that's what happens when you get to retirement. So what I really think is, again, having hobbies in retirement is you got to be active. Maybe you have your goals, and you don't want to put off the travel that you've always wanted to do until it's too late. Because I've also read a lot of articles about people who wanted to travel and now they can't when they get to retirement because they're not able to anymore.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
it goes with the same thing that we see. We'll see a client that go in their mid-60s, they retire. They spend a lot more money from 65 to 75 than they do from 75 to
Exactly,
85.
because they're doing all the stuff they wanted to get done.
Well,
right?
Exactly.
and you're just tired. You don't want to go. I mean, Disney World isn't any fun at 78.
It's not any fun at 55. It was fun when I was little.
Right.
I wasn't paying the bills back then.
That's right.
Very true.
Folks, let's make that decision. Now, you see, this whole series was designed to help you retire on your terms. So one of the biggest steps there is to get with a planning team that cares about you. You've heard the great conversation today about it, and I think it really makes sense to not procrastinate anymore. You see the contact information on the screen? Go ahead and get that thing started next week. Let's get a plan put together you can be proud of. Thanks for your time today.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.